Good evening. Happy Monday. Live from the ski slopes of Central Texas, it's finally cold outside. It's actually tolerable to go outside and not be burned by the scorching sun. For those of you who live around here, it's a nice, balmy 65 degrees. And it is not going to get any warmer than that for the rest of the evening. It's going to be wonderful. In fact, they say it's going to be in the let's see, like mid 70s for the next 2 days. It's going to be fantastic. We're actually going to get temperatures in the 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It is, oh, it feels so good. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Oh boy. Random client meeting that got booked at the last minute on my calendar literally an hour before. And then my boss said, hey, can you make this thing that's going to run over to your normal streaming time? Subtext. And then I went, sure. And then I booked that client double. So, with that being said, why don't we do just a quick recap of where we are in the Lego Baby Got Back Grand Piano. So, how do we check in? Where are we going to check in? Why? Huzzah! We're going to check in here on our build board. Welcome back, Chris. I was just about to say where we are. We are... Ooh, let's see. If I can go a little bit forward and a little bit back. Let's see if we can do this. Huzzah! Huzzah! We are way past 14. We passed bag 14 a while ago. Let's see. Haha, yes. We are here. Bag 15. Excitement abounds. We have bag 15. The keyboard is going to go inside the piano today. Depending on how much time we have, we may go a little bit further than we normally do, or we may not. I don't know. I kind of feel like grocery shopping. 15, 16, 17 possibly today, or 15, 16, and then 17, 18, 19, and then 20, 21. Or we may do 15, 16 today, then 17, 18, and then 19, 20, 21 to wrap everything up. Because the bag 21 is literally just building a stool. So, here's where we are. We've made it all the way up to here, folks. We are getting close. This is bag 15 out of 21. This grand piano is now huge. It's a mess, but I love it. Which means that it'll possibly go up on my shelf Friday. Hey, Whitefire. Why don't we do, before we get started, why don't we get some shoutouts here? Of course, to our good friend Chrysicon. And then we'll give a shout out to Whitefire. Uh-oh. What's happening with the bot? Is the bot in chat? The bot is not in chat. Whoops. That should work. There we go. We do it old school. Taking it back. Oh. Oh, there was just a long delay. Oh no. See, there you go. I got a little too impatient there. And then, hopefully, with sufficient shout-out-like powers, we should be able to do that Whitefire as well. Hope you're doing well, the two of you. I had a long day at work, which I didn't realize would end when it did. Whoops. So why don't we go ahead and get started with the build for today, and then I will just relate what's happening in my life. Definitely not the most interesting part of the stream, but you know. Y'all don't want me to build Legos in silence. Just did the new Twitch built-in one. Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting how the new shadow command works. I may have to restart Streamlabs today. I probably just need to shut my computer down and turn it back on, and Nightbot will go back into the channel. We should be fine. It's fine. These are just normal things that happen while you stream, right? Let's go ahead and get started with this. Because although spend a good deal of time here, I think the most interesting part of this is, of course, the build itself. You'll occasionally like to hear about what I've been up to, so when we go ahead, now we'll relate what's been happening in my neck of the woods. And I think the best way to do that is to possibly move this outside the reach of my keyboard, beyond the keyboard. Ooh. Okay. We'll figure this out. Haha, oh, got it. This'll work just fine. Perfect. So let's see. Today's Monday, right? Yes. I just said that. Ooh. I had what I thought would be a meeting today that I thought would not go well, but then it turns out everything went fine. It was a situation where I was never going to be in a bad spot because I was not at fault. This isn't a situation where I am passing off excuses. It was a situation where there was no way I could have possibly known about this problem. Yeah, it's always nice when you know it's not your fault. That's my philosophy. But as it turns out, it wasn't a problem at all. Which there was some satisfaction with that. Let's see. Turns out the client genuinely did want to know more, and if anything, it's going to make going forward with them much better. Even got thanked by my boss, but I was like, okay. Yes, Whitefire exactly. It was an opportunity in disguise. It was just, for me, it was very well hidden. But it was an opportunity in disguise. It was very thoroughly disguised. So essentially all we had to do is report back to them in, oh, you know, a day or two. The issue was already being worked on. Essentially, it was just a thing where there was a miscommunication between someone who had previously worked on the project. Oh, hey, the Hades theme. Someone who previously worked on the project, myself, another person who's still working on it, and then our client. And so, essentially, we had given them not the wrong numbers, but figures which didn't exactly line up with figures we'd presented in the past. It was just because I was totally blindsided. It was like, oh, you know, we did it X way, and I was like, we did? And no one had communicated that? So I don't know, you could call my underling, my associate, ran it a specific way because he was not instructed to do it any other way. And so then the results varied drastically. But that turned into an opportunity with our client, because we just asked a very we had a softball question where we said, you know, do you actually run things X or Y way? And so we had a long conversation with them, and then the client said, oh, well, actually, you know what? You should do it X plus Y way instead. And I was like, well, great. We haven't run it that way yet. Now we don't have to worry about telling you what the actual problem was. So it was, and again, I only have to be vague just because of the type of work I do and who the customer base is. You know, in 2 or 3 years, I bet I can probably divulge details. At that point, it won't be privileged. Or maybe it will. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Don't come to me for legal advice. Okay. There we go. Alright. End of the day, though, the final result was we're just going back, rerunning a couple of things for them, and now I think more than ever they are super confident in us. The client. And then I got thanked by my boss, and I was just like, I don't think I did anything, so you're welcome, I think? I'm gonna take the W. My friend commented on my Twitter, just take the W. And you know what? He's right. And then the perfectly wonderful thing happened. I genuinely think this is hilarious. There is a client we work with whose admin assistant is not the sharpest crayon in the crayon box, I'll put it that way. And I guess what they were trying to do is match up everyone's time zones, but what ended up happening is that they triple booked the same day. 3 separate people, all with scheduled meetings, all at the same time. Whoops. Again, I thought it was funny. The end result was that we had to have an emergency meeting today, which ran over into my normal streaming time. And so my boss messaged me at the last second and said, hey, can you make this? I know this is super last minute, but the XYZ happened. And kind of like a slight shrug, and I went, I guess. What I didn't realize is that this assistant did it twice. Did it today, and then they also did it for tomorrow. So, if you think you had a bad day at work, I don't know how you could feel being that admin assistant, because they just cost their client they cost their employer a whole bunch of money by having to reschedule all of our meetings. Oh, whoops. So whatever you've done is not that bad. Oh, what else? Today's been really, really nice. It's been nice to go outside and not have to worry about melting in the sunlight. You know, rained quite well yesterday. Yesterday evening, in fact. And so it has stayed cool, and we needed the rain because we've been... we haven't had rain in almost a month, and then it finally rained. And that was delightful. Okay. I think this is the last key that we're building before this thing goes inside the piano. If I'm reading this right. I'm pretty sure I'm reading this right. Okay, that should be sufficient. Here we go. Let's see. So after our conversation on Friday, where we were talking about, what game should I play after this, I went on Steam and I started just perusing and thinking about, hey, maybe this would be really fun to play, or such and such person recommended this game. And the end result is I ended up spending over $300 on Steam. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, it was a little cathartic because then I was like, oh, I want to buy this. I want to play this. Then I want to play this afterwards. And then finally, I was like, I'm just gonna go check my shopping cart just to see how I did. And that's when I was like, are you sure that's an extra 0 on the end? And it was. I bought a couple of puzzle games. I actually also I decided that I will do the adventure exploration type arc. So I thought about, because this was suggested, someone had, I think it was actually Whitefire, suggested that if I liked Myst, I should play these other puzzle games. And then I realized I hadn't actually played Myst. So I was like, oh, I should do that first. Haha. I think this is the final key to the keyboard. Not quite. Close. Very, very close. So I think next Monday we'll play Myst. And then I may possibly play 1 or 2 other puzzle-like games after that. Once I beat Myst, I was also thinking of playing, what was it? I just had my phone. Getting into this really briefly. What was it called? I would like to play Haunted Chocolatier as a chill thing, because I heard that it was by similar people who did Stardew Valley. I don't know when that's being released though. But I saw that and I was like, I think I wanna try that. So I marked it down as like being on my radar. But in the meantime, I bought, let's see, what else did I buy? I bought Timberborn because I like survival city builders and I like beavers. What else? There was a city building puzzle game which was really, really interesting. I will have to go back and look in my in my shopping cart to see what I bought again. Which looked like a casual game, and I thought, okay, well, I'll try that out. Because other than simulation games, city builders for me are also like a huge time kill. I used to spend so much time on SimCity. Like when I was 9 or 10, I was a good mayor. I was a good mayor of my SimCity. I very, very rarely built my city and then immediately destroyed it with natural disasters. You mean this theme that's playing right now, Chris? It's, all it's labeled as on my computer is Dinosaur Funk. Which is kind of apt, actually. Let's see. And I think it's this gentleman right here. And then this gentleman right here. I'm the dinosaur with the funk. Oh, Chris, that's very nice. That's very sweet of you. Okay. Where did... Oh. It was literally staring at me. Whoops. Okay. Alright. How does it want me to attach this? Alright. This very specific way... Oh, I'm just going to take this off for a moment. Alright, come on. And then I may do... So after the puzzle games, it's going to be very interesting to decide what I want to do, because the new... the new Victoria game is coming out, and I am a huge grand strategy person. I've mentioned that several times on stream. And I've been waiting for the new Victoria release for a better part of a decade. And I thought of doing like a cozy run, where it's basically you just play a peaceful country that never gets invaded. So like play Scandinavia or Sweden, somewhere up there, and then just kind of do like a tutorial as to how the grand strategy games work. Because I think there are a lot of people in our neck of the woods who know what the big grand strategy games are, but who may not be fully familiar with them, and the countless hours that they can just suck out of your ever-living soul. Or they may just be like, this is interesting, like in an abstract conceptual concept, and I want to be that person that goes, hey, here you go. This is what my experience has been in this genre. I don't consider myself an expert by any means, or any stretch of the imagination, but, this is how I spend all my hours. So someone help me stop. And that may be a smarter plan to stream that than play it solo, because I was playing Europa Universalis over the weekend, and there was one session where I sat down and then played it for 9 hours straight without getting up. So it was just like, oh, buddy, that's not healthy. Okay, ooh. Look at all these keys in the keyboard that we built. Hear all the clackety clacks that they make. That actually sounds better than the typewriter does, to be perfectly honest. Uh-oh. Oh dear, everybody, it's time. It's time to put the keyboard inside the piano. Alright. I almost broke the piano this weekend. I bumped into it, and one of the pieces went flying out, and I was very sad. But it has been fixed and remedied. The piano still stands. It is right here. In case you haven't seen it, this thing is ginormous. Keyboard for scale. Just to give you some context, and I think I've said this before, that this mat that I'm operating off of, this is a 1 foot 12 inches by 1.5 foot 18 inches mat. This thing is large. This thing is at least 8 inches tall, so you can kind of see like, oh, well, you know, it's hard for your camera to get it. That's because it's so tall. This thing is a chunker. It's yeah, it goes places. Yes, Whitefire. It is the scientific and technical term for it is very large. This is by far the I'm thinking even the Nintendo console. If you think of just in terms of volume, this is the largest set we have built thus far. And so now I have to and like, this is my camera fully zoomed out. Hey, Jazzy Jungle. Yeah, this is like, let's see, how large is my hand? 7 inches? Like 2 hand lengths? Not 2 hand lengths long, but it's so hard to fit this on stream. Even as can we slide this in right here? Yeah, we can. Oh, is that how far it's supposed to go in? I think that's how far it's supposed to go in. Okay. That is, perfect. Beautiful. This is, I absolutely agree, Jazzy Jungle. This is a cat-sized piano, no questions asked. My goodness, it is so hard to... Now my... It's funny you mentioned cat-sized piano, because the piano was just about to type something for me. Okay, oh my goodness. This is gonna be weird. Okay, alright, I think I can do this, right? Yeah, I can do it like this. I may have to... Oh no, I think the brightness is okay. I need to turn it up one more. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is obviously going to be very interesting here. Forgive me as I flip into the directions to see what possibly could come after this. There's a lot that can come after this. I think we still have to build the whole top to this as well. This is going to be very interesting. Okay. It wants us to build the arc around it, so what I may do is... I'm going to temporarily... Whoop! Oh, boy. That could have been a disaster very quickly. Oh, don't you just love it when a Lego set shatters? I don't. Okay. We are going to move this very gently off the desk, back onto the floor. I love how it just assumes that you know, the normal person just has the workflow. It's just like, you totally have the space for this, right? I'm staring at my desk going, yeah, sure. Okay. So that chunker will be back. That chunky boy will be back. But right now we're gonna work on... I'm assuming this is the front part that holds the keyboard in place. Let's see. Might as well just go ahead and do that. That'll be good. Okay. Exactly in the middle. Ooh, first try. That's a very satisfying feel. Yeah, this looks like this is the full front part. Right. I may have to fiddle with my setup here in order to fit that. I don't know what I'm going to do for the larger for the larger Lego sets that I want to build. I thought about getting the Colosseum. The Colosseum is easily larger than this. I think it's I'll have to check the different Colosseum builds. I thought there was one that was 6,000 pieces. I don't know how I would fit that on my desk. I may go for something smaller again next. Let's see. Grander isn't always better. It may be fun. Undeniably so. Okay, so it is supposed to have that. Okay. Having a little bit of a think there, wondering if that should have that little bit of gap, and it should. So we're on the right track. Okay. There we go. This will also be fun because I'm also working on the new layout. So if this goes to plan and we finish on Friday, then on Monday, when I next stream again, should have the completely new layout. Well, the gaming layout. I mean, this is fine for building Legos. Let's see. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is so chunky. There we go. But yes, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you, I hope you had a good Monday. So, wants us to do the same repeating pattern again for both sides, which is nice. It wants us to actually lean in this time on that. Oh, good. Great. I love pulling out more than the required number of pieces and then going, wait, but I don't have enough for this at the end, only to realize, oh, I did the whole time. I just couldn't count. It's like I pulled out 3 pieces and I thought, no, I need 4. And looking at it, only 2. Okay. All right. So where was I? Yeah, I think that what I would like to do is do a little bit of... do a casual puzzle game. Possibly do some grand strategy, and then back at it with something a little bit more exciting. So far I was thinking... the new Kirby game, what I've talked on and off about, and I thought, I'd like to try that. So we may do that. That may be the end result, and that may actually round us out through the year, for all I know. Because Hades took us quite a while. I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm saying that that was a long time looking back on it. go. Great. Oh boy. All right. Ha, here we go. All right. That explains why they had us install these little tubes on the side. Because they wanted us to insert these little plates. And these two braces right here. And let's see. Looks like they're the small. Nope, nope. Large ones again at the very top. Looks like they want us to be attached. Like, sure. Here, I'll give you all a satisfying click. Give me 1 second. Gotta love it when Legos click together like that. So I realized I just clicked it on wrong. Whoops. Oh. And then when it bounces off of you. That is true. A second. Do you want the second satisfying click? Of course you want the second satisfying click. I've mentioned this before, but it's like running the scissors along wrapping paper. So satisfying. Just a little bit of cathartic relief of it actually panning out. Here. Right. Awesome. All right. It's starting to look like a thing. Ah, okay. Alright. Here's some nonsense. Okay. We have these 4 pieces left that are gonna hold this slot in place for the keyboard. Alright. Where are we gonna put the... So I guess the question is, at the end of my... I have room on either side of my desk, but it's just like, it's always a negotiation of where the chunker is going to go. Alright. Okay. Here it comes. Whoa. Watch out. Lordy coming. Alright. Okay. Actually, you know what? It looks better when it's shifted this way. Oh, my phone's there. Bye, phone. Okay. Does this... Yeah, that works. Okay. It's not a super great angle, but I think you can at least kind of tell what's supposed to happen, which is this piece right here is supposed to slide in on either side of the keyboard, like so. And boy, does that look good. Okay. And there's 4 pieces down here, which is... It is directing me... I need to... Okay. Very weird. Alright. I don't even know where this is. I love it when it's not entirely clear as to where it's supposed to go. Okay. Alright, well, this is just the zoomed in view. Hello everybody, we're getting very up close and personal with this. Ah, okay. So, here we go. This. Yeah, now it's, instead of micro piano, it is macro piano. We're just gonna toss that term out there and then we're gonna immediately forget it. So there is a little space right here to feed this in. So you can barely see there's this piece that's right here that holds the front bar in place for these keys. Oh my goodness. I mean, I like this. This is ingenious. I'm, I never thought I'd be like, how do I show chat this? Okay, so, same concept over on this side. Then apparently we apply that in. And so, if I turn this over, now this is locked into place, and so is the keyboard. So now this keyboard's not sliding anywhere. Oh good, for bag 16 we're doing something totally different. So I will scoot the piano over here. Uh-oh, there is no scooting opportunity. This side has run out of scoots. Okay, there we go. We'll just place it over there. Okay, I think we're building the latch that goes on the front of the keyboard. And I think possibly for the last two streams, I may try to bump the camera up so you'll see, I mean, you'll see more of my desk, but it's not like a huge shock what that's gonna be. Hey Vidmaster, how you doing? You just saw the piano disappear off screen. Doing good? Glad to hear it. We're on to bag 16, which looks, you know, all things considered, relatively straightforward. All right. Wasn't that already following you, Vid? I don't know what it was doing there. That pop-up was new. If not, I apologize, because I thought I did eons ago. Let's see. Well, we just learned something new, didn't we? Alright. That's fine. It's fine. We're all doing okay. Alright, let's build the front latch to the piano. And our good friend the Egg Carton is back at it. Back at it doing some very useful work for us. Okay, and then these two. Listen, I left these eggs in the fridge for a while. I don't know how good they are. But you know, I'm tied to using them. I had to get rid of them somehow. I'm just I'm yoked to them. Walking on eggshells means so much pain. Yeah. There's a lot of egg puns out here. There's some good crossover with Legos. Let's see. How many pieces is this? 5. One. Yeah, Lego. I mean, okay. So when they were talking about Eggo waffles, I literally thought at one point that Lego was sponsoring Lego waffles. This is back when I was much younger, because I was like, who would want to have waffle Legos? And then I thought again as a child, actually waffle Legos sound delicious. Like Legos that you could build with, and they're made of waffles. Like, I literally thought that the Lego company was responsible for making the Eggo waffles. Can you blame me? That was their catchphrase. Alright. Where is that sneaky one hiding? I know it's in here somewhere. I just cannot remember where I put it. Oh boy. I was like, this one 2-piece, will it pop up again? Probably. Do I need to be concerned where I put it? Not really. And the future is now, and now I'm concerned. Oh boy. Okay, where was that single tube? It's a single 2-bit piece. Oh, you know what? It's probably in here. Yep, right on top. See? I had a system that was working just fine before I thought that I had screwed it up. Oh, we're making the other piece. Okay. That's fascinating. So we just make a replica of this long little noodle here. Yep. 5. Let's see. Okay. These pieces are pretty interesting because they have, they're smooth, but they have one little borehole in them. Okay, let's see. And digging around in here, looking for that other little 2-bit. Is it another 2-bit? No, I don't need the other. It's just a single 2-bit. Okay. Great. Oh, because it literally fits like this. You'll ever do puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, and you're staring at the one piece, and you think, this piece cannot fit. I can't think of anywhere it would go, and then you just turn it slightly, and it falls exactly into place. That was me. Right there. But I can't find any other piece that'll fit here. This has to be the piece then, but it doesn't fit. Turn slightly. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Actually, if I sit it on its side like this, it's easier to see what I'm doing. And we're building the arch. I said this on stream before, but I am set to receive at some point, hopefully not in the near future, the grand piano that my grandparents have. Because back in the day, I mean, it's original Steinway, and they just bought it because they're like, it looks nice, and without realizing those are actually valuable now. But the value is not what gets me. It's the fact that it's still, the player piano component still works. If you turn on the machine, it still, you know, plays sheet music. And the sheet music to those grand pianos now is also pretty valuable, but there are also people who have, you know, who made pop music and put it into, you know, the little sheet music that grand pianos play. So I was like, oh, you know, wouldn't this be fun to have, just, you know, on a whim? But one of the original components, I guess, was the rotor for the grand piano was broken, so my grandfather used a vacuum cleaner component. So whenever you turn it on, it has a little like vacuum suctioning sound, but it plays perfectly. So it's one of those fun little novelties of engineering. It's like there's history behind it. Now, I'm sure if I took this to an actual, you know, piano place that actually takes care of pianos, they'd be like, hey, you should get a real part for this. But I'm almost thinking like, you know, for the novelty, if I just hold on to that, you know, gives it character. Now, if they come back and tell me, yeah, this will make the piano explode in like after 30 uses, I'll go, sometimes novelty isn't worth it. Okay. But it just has it has such a great story behind it. Alright, now it wants us to flip this thing over. Alright. Now we need to attach these pieces. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. What else do we need? We need the 4 bits. All right. Those in here? They are not in here. Nope, they are in here. Again, shouldn't doubt myself, shouldn't doubt my own system. Listen, I take things out of the bag early for a reason. Okay. Right, here we go. Here we go. All right. All right, now we need all of these inside-out pieces. I was like, how many of these pieces could there possibly be? At least 33. 3, so that's 1 set, 2 set. Set 4 actually, you know what, I'm gonna do this in sets of 3s, so that's the first 3 set. Three, 3, 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 sets of 3 done. Two, 3. 2, 3. 3. So that's the third set of 3. So that's 9. I think I actually only need 6 more for this part. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this should be 11. 11 sets of 3, which is 33 pieces. And then 1 special piece. which is... Look at that. Little Art Deco piece that says Lego on it. I love it. And I love the camera automatically adjusting to take account of my product placement. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Actually, maybe like this. Oh yeah, that's much more visible. There we go. Haha. Meeting all sorts of success today. There we go. Then I think if we just build in for a second. I think it wants us to do that. So do a little bit of a back and forth on the second row. Because this one's not going to be exactly center, this shiny Lego piece. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Haha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, actually, you know what? It is perfectly centered. It's okay. I can't count. That's fine. I can't count, says The Economist. That's good. No, we're fine. We're fine. It's fine. Listen, I'm on my break. Oh boy. Okay. I should not be relied upon after hours. There we go. I think the rest of the 14 of these will go here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Aha, 14. Here we go. There we go. Whoop. Ooh, that is a high sheen, where you can see the Lego symbol in the middle. That's quite good. Alright. Now it wants us to flip it over. Alright. Okay, 2 of those. And then I need 1 little 2x2, which I think I put in here. Is that it? Nope. There we go. So they're giving these pieces a little more support. There we go. Giving them something to latch onto, and uh-oh. That's weird. I did not know that with these upside down pieces that you could actually miss the little grooves. That's interesting. Have to keep an eye on that. All right. Let's see. 1 of those. So, okay, we can get rid of this. Excellent. All right. Nice. Okay. I decided that it would be much easier to lump the weird pieces all in one little cup or one little thing of Tupperware. Just because they're really hard to dig out of the egg carton. The egg carton is really good if you have just a series of repeat pieces over and over and over and over again. So like all of these tiles I could just throw into here. It's like, oh, okay. I don't have to dig for that. If these little bitty like notched pieces and all that, they can be a mess to try and get out of the egg carton. Okay. All right. Yeah, like these pieces I'm about to pull out here. They can be a pain. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. It's like these 4 would be hard. And then what's really, really difficult sometimes are these single stud pieces. And they will pop up here in just a second. It's like these little 1x1 squares. They can be very difficult to pull out of the egg carton. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. All right, and these look like they are going to hold the flap to the keyboard up and down. Ah, this is going to be interesting. So many triangles. So many triangles. So many L-shaped pieces. Gonna take so many L's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Then it wants us to do this repeating pattern along here, where we do space of 2, and then back. Then again, a space of 2, and then back. And then it looks like, there we go. And then 1, 2 here, and then essentially just the same thing on the other side, where it is corners out and then corners in. Haha! Success. Managed to not bungle that. I think we did quite well on that. Three. Let's see. 4, 5, 6. Ooh, and actually, you know what? That's all that's left. So I'm going to very gently slide those over. And then bye-bye egg carton. Thank you for being so useful. Six and then 3 of those. Are you sure? Okay, so we put them on the outside. So these little ones that have the sort of like the little L shapes that they have the a little flap for additional stud pieces. So we're essentially creating lines of those over here. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. And then over out here on the way far end. 1, 2, 3. How about that? 3 little miniature pieces. Again, from our special draw here. So instead of having 4 across, now they're just a 2x2. Okay. Alright, we've got that set down. There we go. Again, it's sort of a start building out, then build in. Let's see. Yeah. Haha. Here we go. That's quite good. All right. Let's see what it wants us to use these really nice high reflective pieces. I think these black ones actually look really, really good. Like the gray ones we used on the Nintendo system looked good, but I think these black ones look amazing. Like, I can see my own reflection in these. It's kind of how scary it is for me to look at those. There we go. Quite nice. Let's flip this all over again. Aha. That's what these triangular pieces were for. Let's get the 2 end pieces out here. Okay. And then we just need to place these. Let's see. Haha, here we go. There we go. That looks really cool. Oh, goody. All right. We're going to see how this is going to fit. Ah, that's how it works. All right. All right. So we attach these end pieces here. Go like so. I think. Yep, the rest of these can go over here. Oh, eh. Haha. I'll give you all a clicking noise. It's not the same kind of clicking noise, but still clicking noise nonetheless. There we go. Okay. Now what does it want us to do? Oh, goody. Ooh. Back out. Back out again. Oh boy. Oh, buddy. Ooh. Here it is. Here we go. Here we go again. Here comes the trunker. Okay. Alright, so how does it want us to do this? Okay. So here it is. It wants us to see these little bitty red bits down here. It wants us to attach these pieces down back here. And let me see if I can... That is really hard to do on stream, but we'll find a way to do it. Let's slide up. Huh. Okay. There is a way to do it, and I'm gonna see if I can do it. Haha. Okay. Okay. Actually, I think that one just slid on no problem. I didn't even need to turn it sideways to do that. Okay. It just literally, that side literally slid on. Like, I wasn't even trying there. It just was like, yep, I knew exactly where to go. Okay, what about this side? Are you the same way? You're the same way. Oh. Oh, literally, it literally does. Oh. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It does not actually... it does not actually slide closed. Oh, interesting. It's not supposed to. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Why would you need it to slide all the way closed? So it stays popped open. Oh no, it does close all the way. Okay. So that's kind of cool. I did not know that it goes all the way. So there we go. See, this is the front, and then the flat, it just goes down. So I'm going to do a top-down view that looks something here, like this, and then you can see the keys right about here. So if I was to point it up, you can see the Lego. Presumably, I think it's this top is supposed to stay popped open, so you can close it all the way, like like a normal piano. I was a little surprised there for a second. And I was like, bit of a miss for Lego. Nope, got it right. I was just, I just wasn't forceful enough. So, wow, that closes that out there. So there. Okay. And I think with that, we successfully slid the keyboard all the way in. Pop the top. What I really want to see is if this thing still plays. So, as an end of stream treat, I'm going to try and turn this piano on to the Bluetooth, see if I can get it connected, and then we'll see how the gears actually function with the keys. Small treat. Okay. So the Bluetooth box is now hidden behind here. Let's see. Let's see. Loading up the old Bluetooth. Let's see. Okay. So, if you haven't seen this before yet, how this works is that the piano connects through my Bluetooth. I'm going to turn the audio down just a little bit. It connects over Bluetooth via the Lego Power app. Yeah, Powered Up is their Lego app. There's my camera. Wave. Say hi, phone. Wave hi to the camera. Right. There is the LEGO Ideas Grand Piano. And what I need to do is push the button back here. It is connecting. All right. Let's see if we can do... Let's do a listen. Let's see. Let's do... Ooh. Let's do the Waltz of the Flowers. That's a fun one. We'll close this. And now we'll see if witchcraft ensues. So, I'm going to pause the audio here. All right. Okay. I don't know. Let's do, yeah, like I said, let's do Waltz of the Flowers. Oh my gosh. Y'all, the keys are moving. A ghost is playing. That was witchcraft. That was amazing. I love this. It played. It played. Music and tunes. That was so good. I think for the last stream, what I'll do is I'll take my camera down from right here, and I'll give a front-end view of the piano playing. I think it deserves that. Oh yeah, burn it at the stake. That was incredible. It works. It functions. Thank you, LEGO, for that. That is amazing. All right, we are on the home stretch. So Wednesday, we're just going to be working on some final touch-ups of the internal mechanics. We'll build the latch or the board that goes over the top of the piano, the cover, and then Friday we'll wrap it up and then do the finishing touches, and that'll be it. 3,662 pieces, and 17 bags in, we get it to play. I think that's incredible. I think all that's left to say is, I am slightly hungry, so I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. And with that, that's a wrap. So, thank you all for watching. If you like this content, you can follow me at Taranthosaurus on Twitch and Twitter. The word of the day is Daglot. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Vid. It was fun. The word of the day is Daglot. Not Diglett. I learned this difference on dictionary.com. It's the spoken, written, or containing similar information, but in two separate languages. Well, hopefully you don't need a Daglot to understand what I'm doing here. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and find ourselves a friend to raid? And you know what? Clues is streaming some Overwatch 2. So why don't we go ahead and pop by and say hi? Thank you all for watching. We'll be back at this again on Wednesday. So be kind, be well, and I'll see you then. Thanks again, everybody.